This is the Brewer and the Baker, a baseball card podcast.
Come on, get up!
Where two collectors share their journey through the hobby.
Yeah.
Here are your hosts, Mitch and Dan.
Time, static addict vibe is what we provide for your mind, so you can step aside and wine, dine upon the lyric.
Welcome, folks.
Welcome to episode 30, everybody.
30. We're catching up to our ages, Dan.
I know.
I mean, we'll eventually.
I don't know
pass.
about you, but I'm 29.
Oh, shit. I don't know how I got older than you.
I've been 29 for the last 10 years.
I was born after you, and now I'm somehow older than you. I accept my age like I'm just kidding. I don't act my age, let alone accept it. Well, welcome. So today we got a big one. Well, big for Dan at least. Talking about.
Wait. Who are you?
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm the brewer. I'm Mitch.
I'm Dan. I'm the baker.
Yeah.
I bought a card.
Yeah. Dan bought a big boy card. I mean,
I bought a card.
It's his fourth big boy card since the show started, but
basically, yeah.
I mean, this is yeah.
We'll get into it. I bought a card, and that's what this show is going to be about. Not necessarily about the card itself, but about the kind of the immediate journey before purchasing it, and after it, and
process as well as processing the purchase,
and thoughts and lessons and things of that nature. So that's what the show is going to be about.
I'm hoping to learn because I don't think I've ever made a purchase anywhere near that big other than my house.
I mean, right. I mean, it's still not the most expensive thing I've ever purchased. But it's definitely the most expensive card.
Yeah.
That engine is still the most expensive thing I've ever purchased.
Okay, that's fair. All right. I'm just trying to rank the things in my head right now
okay, other than cars, I suppose. Other than the car itself.
The house blows everything else out of the water.
Yeah, basically.
I'm just trying to fathom how many cards I would need to sell to pay for the house. I mean, there are certainly singular cards out there that will buy houses.
But neither of us own those.
No. Nope. All right.
So before we get started, follow us on Instagram, where I will be posting pictures of this card because I can't really show you because we're an audio-only format.
Yeah.
It is Brewer Baker Podcast on Instagram. If you want to email us with something, email us at brewerbakerpodcast@gmail.com.
We've had some pretty nice chats with folks lately and actually have some other show ideas potentially from some people too.
Yeah, we have. Actually, it's been a really big day today, just in general, and not about the show, but just in general for me. Because not only I got the card in today, like it actually came in the mail today. I wrote this episode out frickin' Tuesday, and and I didn't even have the card on hand. Anyway, so it finally came in today. This is awesome, but also big Royals news: Salvi is now the franchise leader in home runs in his career with the Royals. He beat out George Brett today with a home run in Detroit, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this. I think I told you this. His very first home run was in Detroit against Max Scherzer.
No, wow. Now he just needs to stop, and then the cycle is complete. The whole. I'm kidding.
No, I want him to I want him to at least get to 350. I think we'll be lucky if he gets there.
325.
I mean, I could see happening.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll last until 350.
Yeah. Over under 330.
If he plays next year, it'll be over, but it won't be much.
I have this feeling that it'll be. I don't want to put it on him that it'll be under it, but I just have this feeling.
I mean, he's still got 2 months left in this season. He's still got 5 or 6 home runs left in him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he stays healthy and he's been kind of just achy and old.
He has, but he's been playing really well lately.
Yeah.
He really has started to come on since the beginning of July.
I mean, that week off kind of helped.
It did.
So, anyways.
So, What's your, before we get started, basically the entire show is a hobby update from me.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you do your hobby update?
I'm going to throw one in here real quick. Found a set that I just absolutely am enamored with because it's
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So Topps Chrome Disney is out, and they have a Future Stars insert set.
Which I mean, it makes sense in baseball. It makes sense in basketball.
Yes.
Baseball, they've been doing it for decades.
Usually
baseball.
it's the second year, or somebody that maybe didn't hit the the rookie cup team,
right?
Or whatever. They're right on that fringe of they're going to be a star or potentially are going to be a star. But yeah, I picked up Russell was the first card I picked up, and then
from Up,
Russell from Up, and then there's a whole myriad of other ones that I went there. I think I got them all for under $1.
Does Topps realize that Dumbo was made in the 40s?
I mean, he's a future star, man. I'll just run him down. I got it's Coda from Brother Bear.
Okay, that's like mid-2000s. That was kind of the really bad doldrums for Disney.
What about the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland?
Again, from the 50s or something like that.
We got Gus.
Cinderella is, again, from the 50s, if I'm pretty sure about that.
Dumbo.
It's like second or third movie that they ever made.
And Bambi.
Bambi is the second, well, third if you don't count Fantasia, it's second. But Bambi's literally the third movie, that full-length movie that Disney created.
It's absolutely
Future stars. The character's almost 100 years old.
Yeah, I mean, there were more, but I wasn't going to pick up an Elsa. I'm sorry. I just don't
be
have
the only one
connection.
that's worth anything.
Yeah, probably. Now that Russell one, I'm gonna get that graded.
The only one I want is Doug.
Doug would be actually Kevin as a future stars.
Doug.
I think the card would go hard if Kevin's head was off the card and it was just the body and neck, and that's it. Topps, you can pay me later. Anyways, went to a card show today, which we'll be going back to tomorrow. Picked up a couple things there. Picked up Lord of the Diamonds, Ken Griffey Jr. It's a really pretty...
amazing insert from the late 90s.
Yeah, we covered in our insert tournament. Finally got one of these in hand. I had only seen pictures of them. I might change the way I voted on that.
It's a little late now.
Yeah, it's a little late, but that is a good-looking card. It is a really good-looking card. They had 2 bonds as well, and they were going for about 3 times as much.
That's crazy to me.
I don't understand
Unless
it either.
they were chrome, and that one I think is paper.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it out. I don't care. It's in a thin one-touch.
It's the thinnest one-touch I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but actually I kind of like it. If
some of those one-touches are heavy.
They're a little chunky. Picked up Yamamoto out of so it's ultraviolet beam out of 2025 Cosmic Chrome.
Which you got cheap for a Cosmic Chrome card. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I got it for $5. Probably could have went less, but anyways, I picked up a couple at that table. Probably could have gotten it for less, but it was already $3-4 under comps.
Right.
So I wasn't gonna try and
push it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna push it. Rip some Topps Merlin EPL or Premier League. Ended up pulling a Jack Grealish auto out of 50, a gold out of 50. Which
for our audience who I don't know of anybody who collects soccer, what is the importance of this card?
The card or the set?
As I understand it, Merlin is kind of the premier.
It's the premier low-end-ish that Topps offers.
Right.
It's the, anyways. It's a Chrome set. This year it's a Chrome set. Shouldn't say this year. This is the Chrome release of so they play a 25-26 season. Topps releases this as 26 and calls it 26. But what makes this he plays for Everton, which not a top. Well, I mean they are a top tier team technically, but they're middle of the pack. To sometimes they can make brilliant runs to the top, or they are fighting
Close
off
to
relegation. Yeah, they are. I think I said originally that they're kind of the White Sox. They've been perennially bad, but then they make a run. I don't think that's correct. I feel like it's more. I want to say the Red Sox almost, where they've had a long storied history, but they haven't been good for a while.
Okay.
But anyways, he's a really important player in the English, just in the EPL in general. And so it's a big card to me, numbered. Is it bookended? Oh, no, 2 out of 50. I couldn't remember. But anyways, after last week's episode talking about relics, I went out and bought a couple relic cards. One directly after the show that I don't know if I was looking at it while we were finishing up the show, multitasking on eBay.
You were really perusing eBay during that entire conversation last time.
Yeah, I got really deep into looking for chunky patches, and this was one of them. It's I think this is 23. No, 24. Yeah, 24 museum. Randy Arozarena, it's 3 napkins and then 1 really thick multi-layered patch.
And we think it's a shoe.
Yeah, we just don't know what.
We both felt it, and it's not a uniform. It's plasticky feeling.
Yeah, and it doesn't really match anything like logo-wise that we can tell, unless it's off of like a City Connect or some sort of ad patch or something like that. I just don't know.
But it's 3 colors. It's black, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm. There's a touch of gray down in the bottom left there.
Okay, yeah.
So anyways, I'd have to look at a full,
Sure.
Full picture. And then the one that I actually ended up buying right after the show, it's out of this year's Tier 1.
And I said if you didn't buy it, I was.
Yeah. Michael Garcia, numbered to 25. Big old chest
2
logo.
giant chest logo patches on that with the powder blue with the white on top.
Big old curlies.
They're really nice.
Yeah. Put in an offer. It got accepted almost immediately, and yeah, I was pretty happy with that one. But yeah, that's my. Wow. Yeah, so that's my. I have some other things I pulled, but the Ellie Rare out of Finest, Chrome, Gold Ray Wave, but they're ones that I've gone back and forth on whether or not I want to keep them. Just I have a problem with wanting to keep things that I've pulled.
No, I get it.
But it's not somebody that I collect.
Right.
I mean, I have the one Ellie, and I go back and forth on that one. I think that ties me too much to some of the other Ellies that I pull.
Sure.
But this was a rare, so they're lower numbered.
By the way, a good hold on your part. He's having a really good year this year.
Yeah. That card started out the year estimated about 220. Now it's up to 270.
Yeah.
Again, that's estimated. It's Pop 2. There's no sales on it. There's only been 1 9 sold, and it went for like $90, but that was in like off season between 24 and 25, I think. Which, I mean,
right. Yeah. So before I get started on like my actual the show, there is one thing I wanted to mention, and it had to do with relics and the show that we did last time. The reason I didn't bring it up is because I forgot about it, but also we focused on baseball relics last episode, and this is not a baseball relic, but there is a person on Instagram. He goes by Contrarian Cards. Somewhat, I don't want to say famous is not the right word. Notable in the
that's fair. That's fair word.
The online Instagram card collecting world. And he has started to get into tobacco cards. He has a very eclectic collecting habit. Eclectic collecting habits. Say that 3 times fast.
Hence contrarian.
Right.
Contrary to popular culture.
Yes. So he thinks he found, and I really have a hard time disputing this, the first relic card.
Okay.
1,800 cigarette cards, tobacco cards that had actual used postage stamps from around the world
Interesting.
on them.
So kind of cut signature-esque, but
Yes, they
cut
were
postage
right.
stamps
So,
off of.
well, I don't even know if they were cut. I think they were just like literally adhered to the card itself.
Okay. But, okay. I was just thinking if they were used, yeah. But maybe they weren't used. They were just...
Right. Maybe I used the wrong word. But yes, he has put up at least 2 pictures of these cards. He has at least 2 in his collection now. And they are incredible. They're incredible cards.
Yeah.
The first relic card, stamp cards, which is amazing. Stamp collecting and card collecting all in one.
I wonder if anybody has made that crossover. Somebody in stamps has gone after...
Yeah, really good question. If they even know about it.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, there's got to be somebody out there
Sure.
that knows, but that's unique.
Yes. All right. When we come back, we will actually get into the meat of the show.
Ain't gonna stop. Hey, yo, gang, what up? We gotta drop.
All right, we're back. So, I bought a baseball card. It is very expensive. I don't mind telling you what it is because I think it's actually kind of important to. When I say I don't mind telling you what the cost, what I paid for it, because I think it's important to the story.
Yeah, it's important to the story, and I think it's important to. I mean, we've talked about cost
Yeah.
here in general on markets moving up and down.
Right.
Versus, because I think that's important to the pull the trigger on it.
Yes. Especially for this particular story. You're right about that. So I was finally able to get a hold of a 2026 Bobby Witt All Kings. Wow. I am absolutely stoked. And like I said, it just came in the mail today, which is excellent timing. I paid $1,600 for this card, which is the most I've ever spent on a card by 2, more than 2. Previous to that was the 2025 Bobby Witt All Kings.
All Kings, yeah.
And then the previous to that was the 2025
The Tinta.
Ginter carte de visite.
Oh, that's right.
Bobby autograph. Bobby's a very expensive player for me. So
It's very expensive for a lot of people, and I mean,
yes,
even if he has a down year, he's still going to be high in the hobby.
Right.
He's a hobby darling. People love him. He's a character. He's part of the hobby. You know, he collects. He legitimately collects, not just.
Right. No, he does. He's not. It's not. It's not made for social media.
Yeah.
He does actually collect. So what I will do is kind of give you the events leading up to purchasing the card, what happened to actually purchase the card, what I had to do after I purchased the card to actually pay for it, and then some of the lessons and things like that I learned afterwards. So, leading up to it, going back to episode 21, which happened in February, that was when I announced that I had purchased the 2025 Bobby. In that episode, I stated that I wanted to get the full Bobby All Kings run, however long that lasts. However long that set continues, I want to do the Bobby run. When the 26 version dropped in January of this year, or was it February?
I think it's mid-February because it's
Yeah.
normally around Valentine's Day because you got to make that choice to spend money on Series 1 or
Or your significant other.
yeah.
I kept a very close eye on. When on prices when those started coming out, and I was waiting for them to drop. That was the plan, because they were consistently in the $1,200 range.
Yeah.
As you can tell, that never happened.
I think there were a couple that sold right under 1,000, but they were like
they were one-offs.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't prepared at that time to purchase them. I just wasn't. Mentally, I was not prepared to do that yet. So, whether it's the current state of the market that we're in or the performance that he's had so far this season, some would say he's having an MVP caliber season. Is it some combination of that? I don't know. But the prices never dropped, even when Series 2 came out and the new set of all Aces and All Kings came out with it. They never fell. So with the summer show season upon us, I decided now would be a really good time to do it. I've got the engine paid for. I have card equity that I can sell. I know that it's going to become available. And I also have a very strong network of hobby friends. Okay. Last weekend, there were 3 gigantic shows prior to the National. The National's next weekend. We're in the middle of it. Last weekend, there were 3. Fanatics Fest, Dallas, and the West Coast Card Show. All 3 of those shows happened last weekend. The Pack to the Future podcast chat that I'm in, there were 2 groups of people going to 2 different shows. The one that was out was the Fanatics Fest. No one was going to Fanatics. So a couple days before those shows began, I kind of made the decision that I was going to say, hey, when you're out at these shows, please look for the 26 Bobby All Kings for me. I had decided maybe a month or 2 ago that the card I was going to sell, the main card that I was going to sell to pay for this, was the 1989 Billy Ripken F-Face card. I will get into why at the end, but that was going to be my main source of funds for this particular card. There were a few others that I was going to do. By the way, the F-Face card, PSA 10, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. There's other cards that I could throw in. I had some cash laying around that I could throw in on top of it as well. Sholey, who was going to the Dallas show, was quick to point out that so I said that I had this card available for trade and I can throw cash on top if I needed to. Sholey was like, dude, just sell the card. Just sell the card. Just get the cash. It's so much easier. I didn't. When Thursday rolled around, that was the first day of the Dallas show, and I'm sure it was the first day of the West Coast Card Show. In fact, I know it was. First day for both shows. It did not take long for Sholey to actually find the card. He sent me a picture of it. It was in a case, a whole bunch of other cards around it, and it had a sticker for $1,600 on it. This was about 4:30 in the afternoon on Thursday. I didn't see it immediately. I was doing stuff. It was about an hour or so after that I saw it. So it was kind of sitting in a case for a while. So then at the same time that this was going on, that Sholey had showed me this card, there was another one for sale at auction that was ending very soon afterwards, after I kind of discovered the post. That was ending very soon afterwards. And it was at 13 and change on it. So I put in a bid, a number that I was comfortable paying. Somebody had already had a higher bid, so I just basically jumped the price a little bit. And I was completely outbid. So I waited to see where it ended at, just to kind of get a comp, because at this point I wasn't going to pay for it. At the end, it sold for $1,825. All of a sudden, $1,600 seemed cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at the price history, and yeah, it's a major jump.
Yes.
It's been right around the 14-ish mark. So, anyways.
Yes. So while I was waiting for this auction to end, so like I've got this card waiting for me in Dallas, and I kind of said, okay, could you make sure it's still there? I'm waiting for this thing to end so I can find out how much this thing is going to actually go for. So all this is going on, and I get a personal message from somebody else in the chat, and I am not going to name that name because he sent a personal message to me, and I don't even think that I have made this name known to the chat. But someone else in the chat messaged me and said, if you need it, I will float whatever you think the F-Face card will go for. Just pay me back when you sell it. I said, that's really generous of you. Thank you. I will contact you if it comes to that. So the auction ends, 1825. I go, I tell the guy, $1,200, please. I'll take it. And then I contacted Sholey, and I said, just go to the table. Don't even negotiate. Full ask. Don't, because I knew that once it's, yeah, what if I offered you $1,400 or something like that for it? All of a sudden, he's going to start pulling up comps, and there is obviously a new comp that is over what he is paying, what he has it at in his showcase, which he probably thinks is a lot for a show, right?
Right. I mean, if the last ones were 14 and he's at 16, he's expecting to go at 14.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
So it's like I didn't even want him to look up comps. I just pay for it, full comp, whatever. I'll make it work. So, of course, at this time, Sholey was at dinner because this is like 6:30 or so. It's like 6 o'clock, 6:30. And we're in the same time zone because he's in Dallas and we're in Omaha. So he was getting dinner. Within 20 minutes, he's like, all right, I'm on my way back to the show. We'll see if it's still there. I don't even know what table it's at. I need to find it again. And he sends me a picture like 10 minutes after that. It's still there. I'm like, all right. So he sends me the dealer's contact information. Of course, he doesn't have PayPal. It's only Venmo or Cash App, which I don't have Cash App because whatever. I do have Venmo, so I pay for it, and he gets it. Sholey posts a celebratory photo of him and the crew that's there for the show, kind of celebrating, and it was all very exciting. Sholey sent me a message, says, this is one of the most fun things I've ever done. Thank you for letting me be a part of it, blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, I have sent them stuff, the flagship product from our family's bakery, as a thank you for both the financier and to Sholey for finding and actually kind of making the deal happen
for the broker, basically. At this point,
yeah. As a thank you. So I did that. So, hold on, I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. In between me telling Sholey to go get the card and him actually finding it again, Chad, Back to the Future Chad, at the Anaheim show, shows off the All Aces Otani that he purchased. So now all of a sudden, to Steve, to Sholey, this is a competition. It's not to me, but it is to him. He's like, oh, we can't let him have all the fun. We got to go get this too. So, so we get the job done. I pay for it. That's it.
Was it the 26 All Aces or
26? This is the yeah. Oh, I don't know what Chad purchased. It was one of them. I don't know.
I mean, that's a hefty ask if it's the 20s.
Yeah.
I'm just...
In 2.5 hours' time, basically, I went from not knowing that this card was there to owning it, but not actually having it, but basically owning it, right? Which is a whirlwind to spend $1,600.
That quickly.
Yes. So that's the story of the purchase. Now, what happens after the purchase? Now I got to pay for it. First things first is I got to pay back my financier. So I have that card, the Billy Ripken F-Face card, PSA 10. I start posting it first on, where did I first post it? Just the Reddit baseball cards page. Immediately it got downvoted. But I also posted with the Billy Ripken F-Face card 4 Otani rookies. They were all base cards. To kind of, because I knew I wasn't going to get the full ask,
Yeah.
$1,200. I knew I wasn't going to get that for the F-Face card, and plus that's still $400 short of what I paid for the card. So I needed to have something else. So those 4 base Otani rookies I had available for sale as well. I moved 3 of those through the Reddit post that I put up on Thursday night. That night, I moved a Topps Chrome Update rookie debut. Sold that plus the Stadium Club rookie card for $350, and the Big League rookie card for $105. Okay.
Which I remember talking to you on pricing those out. You were surprised how, for basically a kid set, that Big League is.
To me, it's incredible. The Big League was about, the comps for the Big League was about $50 more than the Stadium Club, which it's incredible to me. Now, the Stadium Club image is not of him playing baseball. It's him on a podium.
Yeah.
That may have had something to do with it, but and the image on the Big League is him batting, which again may have something to do with it, but it just really surprised me that the Big League card was $75 to $125. I mean, I can't believe that there's that big of a difference.
I mean, and at least in 24, Big League was a thinner card stock too. It was closer
18.
to
18.
Well, I'm saying in 24 it was a thin. Big League is
in the same. They're the same card stock,
right? But they're just I guess I'm getting at it's cheaper, thinner. Should be less desirable, but
the only thing I can come up with is the print run for Big League must be so much less than Stadium Club because the demand for the set just wasn't there. Like that's the only reason I can come up with. Anyway, So the other card that I had available was the Topps Fire rookie, and I still hadn't sold the F-Face card. So that's the end of the day Thursday. Friday, I do it again. Posted to the baseball card one. Oh, so I really don't get any bites on either of them. Saturday, I put the F-Face card up on my IG story. Again, no bites. On my personal Instagram page. Again, no bites. Sunday, I do the same, but then I add the Otani Fire to it. Sunday, before I get to that, Chad, almost immediately after I put up the Otani Fire on my Instagram page, immediately offers for the Fire. I think he offered me $100. No, it was $200. He offered me because that Fire card was actually like $225, $250.
It was $250, something like that.
So he offered me $200 for it. I immediately accepted. By the way, by this time, I've already sent off the cards that were purchased on Thursday or Friday, right? I've already sent those cards off, packaged them and sent them off. So he does this on Sunday. I say, I don't even haggle with him. He's a hobby friend. I don't even haggle with him. I just accept his offer, and we're good to go. Not long after that, I get a nibble on the I almost said it, the F-Face card. He offered me $10.50 for it, but before he sends me that money, he wanted me to share with him my actual name, my actual address, and my phone number, which is weird.
Yeah, I've not sold anything other than strictly marketplaces like eBay and things like that. I'm sort of scared because of like, how do you, without that middleman, how do you trust that interaction and everything?
So it's like, What the hell?
You gonna run a background check on
Yeah,
me?
what the hell?
Full credit report and everything.
Like I got red flags going off in my head. It's like I could see the background check, blah blah blah. It's like, are you going to try to scam me? How are you trying to scam me with this information? Why? I understand that there needs to be a level of trust.
Right.
And 1050 is not a small amount of money to spend on a piece of cardboard. Like, I get that. But there has to be a level of trust, a certain amount, just a little bit. So I kind of hem and haw. I do some profile stalking on the guy. His profile's years old. It's not new. Okay, so point in the plus direction for him there. Mixed among his family pictures are pictures of Royals cards. He's he's kind of in the Royals. He's somewhere in Kansas, in the Kansas City area. So he's a card collector. Okay, there's a plus on the thing there. Not only that, we share friends that I recognize some of the people that follow him because I recognize them from my Instagram page, my Facebook Royals group. I recognize these names. So we have mutual followers. Yeah. Again, plus in the thing. I Google the name that's on his Instagram account and his Instagram account. So like there's like his full name is listed on the Instagram account, but also like his Instagram account handle, right? That's both things are there. So I Google his full name that's on the account, and sure enough, the Instagram account features a profession, and when you Google his name, that profession shows up with that. So like this is all on the up and up as well.
Yeah, you're able to verify that he is
right. And so like and again, these other collectors that he follows are people that I trust. So he's got a whole bunch of plus things in the he's got a whole bunch of stuff in the plus kind of docket. But again, I got these red flags just going off because I don't know the guy. So Monday morning comes around, I just kind of hem and haw, and I don't do anything Sunday. Monday morning comes around, before I go to the bakery, I went to go pack Chad's card. I screwed up. I sent the fire card to the guy who bought the big league card. Oh. So all of a sudden, this is becoming a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I immediately messaged the guy again. This is really early. I work at a bakery, right? I messaged the guy who bought the big league card. It's like, hey, this is what happened. With my tail between my legs, I beg him, just send it back to me. I'll pay for it. I'll send you the card that you actually bought. Here's proof of the card that I actually have. I took a second picture of it with the day's date. It's like, I have the card. I'm not trying to scam you in this. Yeah. I'm really sorry. And he goes, you know what? Just send me the guy's address. I'll push it along to him and just send the card.
Yeah, that's it's trusting.
Yeah.
But it was your mistake, so.
Right. So he's like, this happens quite a bit. I've done this before. I'm a really trusted buyer on Reddit. He gave me a whole bunch of vouchers, and there's a ranking system on the Reddit baseball card page, and
yeah. What's is it like Sport Card Tracker? Or
something like that. So yeah, I mean he was on the up and up. So it's like, all right, I'll do it. So I pack his big league, and I pack his big league, and this is Monday night. I pack his big league. So as for the guy with the Billy Ripken,
mm-hmm.
I post the Billy Ripken card again on my Instagram page, and almost immediately he messaged like, "Hey, I'm still interested in that card. Can you before I send you my money, can you give me this information? If you need, here's my phone number. You can call me." So he even gives me his phone number.
Yeah. So, I mean, a little bit more reciprocation on that. Like,
yeah. So before I do that, I'm like, I message him. I said, listen, I basically tell him what I just told you. There's a bunch of red flags going on here. This is really abnormal. I'm having a real hard time like getting past this. And he says, well, there's a bunch of red flags on my end that you're not willing to give me this information. I'm like, what is going on?
yeah.
I'm the one that has the red flags because I'm nervous about this. What is going on? So I call him from the bakery. What do you do with this information? He's like, nothing. But if it doesn't come, I'm going to call the cops.
Like, so yeah, basically getting a way to trace you after the fact.
Right.
Yeah.
So
what's stop?
I'm thinking to myself, okay, here's my name. Here's the bakery phone number. I didn't say bakery. Here's my place of work phone number. Here's my place of work's address. So I didn't give him my personal information. I just gave him my name and where I work. So he doesn't have my personal information. That was good enough for him. He sent me the money. I sent the card to him. I just got, so Monday night, I pack up the big league card and the F-Face card, send them off Tuesday. I just got a message from him last night, that the card arrived, because again, he's in Kansas. Mm-hmm. He's very close to Omaha, so it didn't take very long for it to arrive. He was happy with it. He's very excited to own it, so I'm done dealing with this guy.
Yeah.
So everything's on the up and up so far. Just waiting for the the guy who I accidentally sent the fire card to sent me the tracking number, had it repackaged. It's on its way to Chad. So right now everything is clearing up. It's not quite done yet, but everything is clearing up. So the nightmare, I'm not out of it yet, but the big one is done, and we're good. I think we're in a good spot. So I was able to accumulate enough money through all of these sales to more than cover for the Bobby All Kings. So, lessons. What did we learn? Well, first, why this card, right? I mean, I told you back in February that I'm going to try to go for this, but why? Right? Part of the reason I can't afford Ohtani. Right?
And the rest of the checklist you don't have as big of a tie to. So,
right. Yeah. As pretty as the card is in pictures, and you'll hear this about so many chase cards, they are so much better in hand. And I know you can attest to that. Mm-hmm. Chad can now attest to that with what he's seen and purchased. It's just the truth. The foil pinstriping design is super radiant. It pops on the matte black background. The image of Bobby on top of that almost feels three-dimensional, like it's separated from the card itself. They are absolutely beautiful cards. Because of this, I think that the All Kings are going to be the defining baseball insert set for this particular era.
Yeah, I can see that.
Much like the Kabooms are for football and Downtowns are for basketball. I think that's going to be the baseball equivalent. Not that I chase those things, but I just feel like I am not going to regret purchasing these cards at these prices. Okay, but why this Bobby All Kings? Why this particular one? Why did I hop onto this one when there are 249 other versions of this card out there? I did it because it's possible that this is the last time I see one below $1,800, right? I say this knowing full well that the looming lockout this offseason could throw a wrench into this theory. But I just, even if that comes to pass in the future, I think I will not be regretting this decision. So why did I sell the cards that I did to pay for this card? Right? Regarding the Ohtanis, they're all base cards. So even in this world of high-end or nothing mentalities that permeate this current hobby, these cards are still pulling in more than $100. The Fire, a retail exclusive card, $200 to $250. The Big League, a kid set, $125, $100 to $125. Right? The Chrome card, the rookie debut Chrome card, $300 to $350. That is ridiculous numbers, right? These are base cards. On top of that, they were literally sitting in a box in my collection for 8 years, right? I had no connection. I owned them, but they weren't effective to me.
Right. You weren't doing.
I have other Ohtani cards that I much prefer. In fact, I have other Ohtani cards from the Fire set that I much prefer. So why wouldn't I move these cards? I'm not going to miss them. Regarding the Billy Ripken F-Face, now we did the iconic card thing for a while there. And the F-Face card is, without a doubt, one of the most iconic cards in the world of baseball.
Yeah.
But it was the middle of the junk wax era. Smack dab in the middle of it.
There's always more.
There are more than 3,000 PSA 10s of this card. 3,000. That's an incredible number. And these cards are going for $1,100 to $1,200 on eBay. Do I really believe that the market cap, that there's demand for these cards at $3.6 million? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. So, and on top of that, there are more 9s. And sometimes 9s can look just as good as a 10 in a PSA slab.
I saw an 8 today at $130.
Yeah. So even if I wanted to get one back, and I do want to get one back because I have a card that pairs with it really well. I do want to get it back. I can pay a lot less in the future for a quote-unquote lesser card that looks just as good as the one that I sold. All right? So when you think about it, I sold 5 base cards to get this card. Base cards. It's incredible to me.
Yeah.
No skin off my back. I really don't believe it. Plus, I had this F-Face card since like 2017. I've had it. I've enjoyed it. Back when the card was just $60. Right? It was just a $60 card. I didn't even pay $60 for this card. I got it in a Raz for $36.
Yeah.
And it came with another card, which I sold and basically got the card for free.
Yeah.
Right? So I was in this card for nothing. I was not going to miss anything. So some lessons that we learned in this, right? First off, this could not have happened. Could not have happened without hobby friends. I could have bought other cards, but in this situation, it would not have happened without hobby friends. I have a very strong group of hobby friends, and they're very generous. And sometimes I wish I was in that kind of position to offer that kind of generosity. I'm not, but they're very generous, and they help me immensely. And I would not have been able to pull this off. Cultivating a group of hobby friends like that is vital for not just getting something like this, but just for the enjoyment of the hobby in general.
Yeah. I was going to...
You saw it at the National.
Yeah, exactly. I was basically in the hobby, quote unquote, for at that point, probably about 7-8 months.
Mm-hmm.
I'd call it December of 23, probably.
So,
20. I've lost track of my
about
years,
18 months.
Yeah.
About 18 months.
I hadn't been in for long. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you saw it when you went, and I basically forced you to meet these people.
Yeah.
and you had a great time with them. So you've seen the camaraderie that
Yeah.
this group of people has.
It's making me understand that while there are a lot of people that take it super, super seriously, in the end, I can't speak for everyone, but generally we do it for ourselves. We do it to make ourselves happy. We're not doing it to make somebody else happy. So you got to do. And that was one of the biggest things I got from them, from meeting everybody, was so happy for what you picked up and what made you happy, like to show those things off versus, hey, did you pick this up so you can go turn it and flip it? Anyways, it just a positive community like that makes it so much more enjoyable than being, I don't want to say lonely, that's not the right word for it, but being stuck in that realm of I'm just doing this as a hustle sort of thing.
So that's lesson 1. Get friends. Get some friends. Get some trusted friends. Lesson 2, do your due diligence. And that's really vague and broad, right? But like when I say do your due diligence, study what it is that you're looking for. Know it inside and out. But also don't just do your research on the people that you're selling and buying to and buying from. I was able to get past my reservations and completely just crawl on my knees to both the guy I sent the Fire 2 accidentally, and to Chad later on. I never mentioned this, but I immediately admitted to Chad, hey, I screwed up. It's going to take a little longer. I think this is going to work out, but if it doesn't, I'll make it right somehow.
Yeah.
I was able to get past my reservations because I was able to do some digging and do as much research as I can to the people that I was dealing with. And I was also upfront with everybody. I wasn't trying to hide anything. I said I screwed up to the guy I sent the Fire to. I said I screwed up to Chad. So, yeah, that's another really big lesson I learned out of all this. Just be upfront and do your due diligence and research and as much as you can on not just the card, but to the people you're dealing with. Lesson number 3, if you have base Ohtani cards, sell them now.
Well, at least in the next probably 3 months.
Right.
I mean, you got probably until mid-October right now.
Basically, yeah.
Well,
into November.
And into early November.
Yeah. So.
Or at least the way that it looks, the league is playing out right now. But.
So that's my story. Again, not about the card, but about the journey to get there.
Quite the adventure, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. There's not a good word for it because it's still scary. The biggest card I've ever sold is that Bonds auto, and that was $800. That's half this, and I had I didn't really have any risk on my end. It was going to go through eBay authentication. I was going to see my money no matter what. So, I wasn't worried about any of it. So I got out, pretty scot-free on my end. I'm having issues with, I've been selling really hard on eBay the last 3 weeks. I mean, really, really hard. Posting daily, probably 5 to 15, 20 cards. Anyways, I'm having trouble with posting stuff that's above 50 anymore just because, I'm so scared that something's going to get screwed up in the mail. We didn't even talk about that, about, postage and how those things are. Yeah, so I guess what I'm getting at with not trusting selling a $50 card, I'd rather sell it in person, is just I've seen the horror stories, and I just now got my 100 rating back, just because, one, I have so few that one negative put me down. As soon as I've started posting, I've been selling about 4 or 5 a day, and I print a pick sheet every day, all that sort of stuff, because I'm so scared of doing exactly what you did, sending the wrong card, the wrong spot.
And I only had to deal with 3 cards that day. This is completely my fault.
Yeah, and I mean, most of what I think the highest card I've sold is about a $22 hockey card. I haven't sold anything super crazy. I'm selling a bunch of $5 to $10 cards for the most part. But like, I'm just so scared that turning around and putting something like that up there. The one interaction that I had that I really, the guy I had a card up there for $29.99 because I was the last sold. It was a bookend. I didn't have it up for that. I had it up for 17. Which was the lowest price since February. February was the last time it was $17. Guy offers me 10. Messaged me twice. Hey, you okay with that? At like 11:30 at night, I wasn't replying. So I wake up the next morning and said, no, look, I'm already at the bottom end price. Like, this is where it's been. It's a $30 card. Yes, I was bookend, so it's going to drive a premium.
But not a $12 premium.
No. But like, I said I would much rather be closer to 15 on this.
Right.
Well, go ahead and send me the counter offer. It's like, I sent it to you. You rejected it. What are we talking about here? So like, those sort of interactions that people like.
I get it. I do.
I'm just anti-confrontation, and I just don't want to deal with that sort of stuff. So I'm pricing stuff at the bottom dollar as it is, anyways, because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with people. I hate haggling myself. I
part of me enjoys it. So, under normal circumstances, and these were not normal circumstances, which is why, right, I needed to get these sold as quickly as possible because I really wanted to pay my financier back as quickly as possible, and I don't want, because I put all this on a card, so I don't want this to accrue interest and all that. So,
you don't want it to cost more than it already cost you.
Right. So, under normal circumstances, the cards that I sold would have gone to a consignor, so that they can deal with it.
Yeah.
That's normal. What I would have done under normal circumstances, but I didn't have that luxury this time around, so I had to ford that river, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something I've thought about with a lot of these is exactly that, going with a consignor. There's a few that I think would make it worth it, but I don't mind handling $4 or $5 cards. Like,
sure.
It just doesn't. That doesn't make sense to send them out that way.
Sure.
And for that amount of money, I don't think a lot of people are bickering back and forth over quarters. Some are. Some are. But yeah,
So no, I get it. Well, so when we come back, we'll do Sam's question of the day and end the show. So what do we have lined up? We got that lined up?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What do we roll?
We rolled 10.
Okay.
And 10 is... All right, this is a thinker. Dead or alive, what MLB player would you like to spend the day with?
Well, how awkward do you like things to get?
I've got my funny answer, and I've got my... I think it'd be... I've got my funny answer, kind of my oldies answer, and then my... I think I would, could spend the day with him in, modern time right now.
Okay. So, can I be the most obvious with this?
Bobby,
because we can talk baseball. We can talk baseball cards. We can talk Royals. I feel like I could have a decent conversation with him.
Yeah.
even if it's just about baseball cards. I knew of this person before you showed me this person. But do you remember the lady who...
Yeah, okay. You're going to say the one that I...
Yeah. So, and I don't remember the player's name, but do you remember the lady who has never watched a baseball game in her life, but found out that baseball was full of weird people in the early 1800s or late 1800s, early 1900s?
Yep. You're thinking of Rube Waddell.
Yeah, and so she's
not Rube Waddell, but
no, right. She had a whole bunch of stuff on like probably TikTok originally, but I found her on either Instagram or Facebook, one of the two. And she has a series of videos where she describes just the weird people in baseball. She discovered these people in this off season and has only just started following baseball now because of this.
Been to 2 or 3 games now that
she follows the game, but she's been to like 2 or 3 games that are local to her.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, I believe.
I thought it was Nashville.
I don't remember.
Anyways, doesn't matter.
Right. So, our favorite one was when she described Rube Waddell, who is, by the way, a Hall of Fame pitcher. Because if there was such a thing as autism in the early 1900s, I think he would have been diagnosed with it
very easily. If you don't know.
Again, he's a Hall of Fame pitcher. He's an excellent athlete, and we are not making fun of him. But the stories about him are ridiculous.
You want to talk about the quirkiest players to ever exist?
Yes, look him up.
Yeah,
he stopped pitching in the middle of games so he could pet puppies.
And
fire trucks.
Chase fire trucks.
Fire trucks were a very big, important part of his life.
Yep.
So the oldie funny one is Rube Waddell, and Bobby is my probably real modern answer to that, with Salvi being a close second, but I would have a real hard time cutting through that accent.
Yeah, that's fair. My middle kind of oldies, but not 1800s or the 1930s. It's mainly a tie to my grandpa. I would love to sit down and have a chat with Stan Musial or Bob Gibson.
Sure,
one of those.
And he was alive from Bob Gibson specifically was alive for most of our time, and he lived in Omaha, so we had our opportunities.
Yeah. I mean,
somehow, some way, we could have made that happen.
Northwest's baseball field is named after him. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of baseball fields named after him, but
probably a few more in St. Louis than there are here. But yes.
Yeah, but one of my grandma and grandpa's first dates was to go watch the Omaha Cardinals play the St. Louis Cardinals in Omaha. Then they followed them down to Kansas City to watch them play the Athletics, and then followed them over to St. Louis. That was a summer trip that they did together right out of high school.
That's cool.
So, and his favorite player at the time was Stan Musial. So, that
hard to argue that.
So, I would love to sit down and kind of like, hey, my grandpa as a teen, into his 20s, loved you, followed you, I want to know more about you, sort of, and just talk about that. So that would be that connection, and then for more modern, there's a whole laundry list of characters, but Bobby would be an easy one. Anyone with a Nebraska or Omaha connection would be fun to chat with. KP would be cool to chat with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think Kyle Peterson.
Kyle Peterson is who you're speaking.
Yeah.
If you don't know, he's one of the main baseball voices in the ESPN world. He's from Omaha and is a huge part of the College World Series, but he also does pro stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he knows ball too.
He's a ball knower.
There are some people that don't like him just because he can get a little bit not opinionated, but I think he's well grounded in his opinions. And obviously an opinion can piss people off, but so one person, if I had to pick, I would probably just sit there and vibe with Rube, but that'd be. I've got my reasons for multiple across the decades.
So I'm going to give one more that it's kind of off the wall, have no connection to him because he didn't play for a team that I root for, but I just find him very interesting. I'd probably say Joey Votto.
Okay.
He's a character. He's smart. He's intelligent, and he's not above playing jokes, and I like that about him.
Yeah. If you haven't followed, I personally, I love the insights into some of the players that are now on social media more. Kike Hernandez, man. Oh, man. I love his card content.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
I love his card content.
It's good stuff.
This guy.
This guy.
If you know, you know.
Right.
Anyways. So, yeah, you've wasted now a good hour and 15 minutes with us. No, it'll get cut down.
We'll see how much. But yes, thank you for sitting through that story for me. I do appreciate it. I think it was interesting. I hope it was interesting. It was twists and turns and holy crap, what did I do?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that in there.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening. I do appreciate it. Get back to us. I would love to hear if you have any stories that compare to this in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's crazier ones out there than what I just told. So please get back to us.
Had to sell plasma to buy a card or something.
Nightmares with people that they sold to and or bought from. Please, I want to hear them. So get back to us either on Instagram or through Facebook or through email. Brewer Baker Podcast on Instagram, brewerbakerpodcast@gmail.com. I want to hear them. So,
thank you, folks. I'm the Brewer.
I'm the Baker.
Have a good one.
That was the Brewer and the Baker of Baseball Card Podcast. Thanks for listening and be excellent to each other.